guys, very good morning. We're trying something very new on RCB 12 My TV for the very first time. We're going to do a YouTube live, and I have Colin Grandhome with me. Thank you so much, Colin. Very good morning. And we're just basically having breakfast here. Big game today against the Delhi Capitals. Things have started to look very positive for the Royal Challengers over the last few days. And we figured we'll talk about the game in slightly different manner over a breakfast table with Colin Grandhome. So Colin, first things first, we have the last 15 days have actually been very different to the first 15 days of the tournament. Did we as a team start to try to do something very different?
Well, I don't think we tried to do anything different. I think we just tried to do things better for longer. And so far, either the batting's been very good or the bowling's been good. But I think there's still yet to be a whole performance put together. And hopefully today's that day.
And now that you say that, do you feel that there are certain areas that we still can improve on?
Well, definitely with T20 cricket, there's always phases to improve, and definitely with RCB this year, we've yet to put a whole performance, I think, together.
So the best is yet to come still, right?
Definitely.
And I think there's one question on everyone's mind is qualification for the playoffs. So when you meet as a team in the team meetings, is that something that you're thinking about and talking about at all?
I don't think you can control that, but you can control the things you're doing on the field, and I think that's the main focus for all the players.
And so basically we're taking this game by game and trying to see how we can move things forward, is that right?
Definitely, one at a time, and see how we go.
Okay, and just talking about today's game itself against the Delhi Capitals, Colin, we have a good record in this venue. We won 7 of the last 9 games, which is a fantastic record. When you meet as a team before we build up to a particular match, what are some of the kind of statistics or the or data that you'll look at as a team to understand how you need to approach a particular team differently?
In terms of stats, don't probably look at it as a whole throughout the tournament, not just for one game, and then just concentrate individually and collectively on what we need to do to win the game.
I think the other question that most of them have on their minds, we just put out a question on Instagram. We've just put out a little story on Instagram asking people for questions that they had for you. And one of the big questions that I think is on everyone's mind is, obviously Moeen Ali has left the team. Dale Steyn injured, unfortunately, and they were both doing pretty well for the team. Will that impact the team in any way? How are you and the rest of the team looking at that?
Yeah, I think there's definitely players on the sidelines that probably haven't even got one game, and they can do the job and cover for anyone on the team.
And just talking about you yourself, you missed out on the last few games, but I've just observing how you've been going about things in the nets and in the gym as well. You've been at it. You happy with the way you're hitting the ball and how the ball is coming out of your hand?
Yeah, definitely. Just trying to concentrate and try to get better at my game. So when I go to training or to the gym, I'm trying to go there with a purpose and get better. And if I get a game, I'm ready.
Yeah, that's fantastic news, I think, to everyone watching this. If Colin gets a game, he is very much ready, and we've been seeing him in the nets, and he's been hitting the long ball very well indeed, right? Colin, few more questions, in fact. There have been several positives that have come out of the 4 wins in the last 5 games, and especially the bowling. We've defended totals, especially when we think that we are a chasing team. That gives us a lot more confidence.
No, definitely. The bowlers have started well on the power plays and finished well at the end, which is obviously the crucial parts in T20.
And as a unit, was death bowling something that you all spoke about? Because it's definitely gotten a lot better from the first half of the season.
Definitely the bowling and the bowling meetings definitely would have talked about where they're going to execute and to what players. And the last few games it's gotten better. Definitely.
And just talking a little, once again coming back to you, you love playing in the back end of an innings, hitting those big ones. As a player in general, do you fancy yourself, you see yourself more as a T20 or an ODI specialist as compared to the longer format? How do you generally look at this?
Oh no, I don't look at. I like to play all formats. And T20, especially IPL, because it's so massive. There's obviously a lot. It's a bigger scene than most T20 leagues, and obviously it's good fun with all the crowds and don't get these crowds everywhere.
And this is obviously not the first season for you with Royal Challengers Bangalore, Colin. How has your experience been over the years with the team itself?
Bangalore's always been good on and off the field, and hopefully we can finish well and make sure we finish happy.
And this is obviously going out to all the RCB fans. Any thoughts, comments to the RCB fans watching this video?
I think RCB fans have been very good this year and they've stuck with us, and hopefully they'll be there to the end, and especially today.
And one last, not really a question, more like a comment. First of all, congratulations on being selected for the World Cup squad. Big tournament ahead. How must that feel?
Oh, definitely, because it's my first World Cup, and the new format is going to be probably the best and most awesome World Cup yet so far.
Wonderful. Colin, all I just want to say is, first of all the best for today's game and the rest of the IPL season, and a very big all the best for the World Cup ahead of you as well. Thank you so much. Yeah. Cheers. Thank you, Colin. So that's pretty much it. We're trying this for the first time, like I said, so if you think we can do this a little differently, or any questions that you might have, you want to obviously leave your comments below, and we're going to try to see how we can do this differently. This is Breakfast with Colin, just ahead of the Delhi Capitals game. A big game, like I said. We're going to leave the playoffs and everything else out of the equation. First thing first is concentrate on the game that we have ahead of us, hopefully win that, and then we take things going forward. Thank you guys for watching this, and we'll try to do this as often as possible. You're watching RCB 12th Man TV.